Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube, and welcome back to Ringlight Fables. I am your host and dungeon master, Skijaramaz, otherwise known as Toneshift, and with me today, we have our full cast of players. We have SepiaWolfe playing Tuki Fletcher, our Karavan thief.
Hello.
We have Mick playing Boron, our half-dwarven battlemaster.
Hello.
We have Willyzin playing Ludviek, our Raithari paladin of Suna.
Greetings.
We have Goldwyn playing Minnove, our koboldic bard and sorceress.
Hello.
You kind of sounded like one of those phone notifications that goes like doo-doo-doo-doo.
The number you've dialed has been taken out of service. They fucking hate you.
Oh no! How horrible! And last but certainly not least, we have Impulsive playing Kari, our Kraven bard.
Have you ever had a dream that you could want them to do so much you could do anything?
Yes.
And disconnected. Goodbye, Impulsive.
No, he just got him back.
Hello, Impulsive.
Hello, you have reached Movie Phone.
Okay, you sounded like Kane from the Digital Circus there.
Welcome to the amazing Digital Circus.
Okay. I know we're a clown show over here, but let's not take credit for what we're not.
Okay.
Shots fired, and we're only 3 minutes in.
Welcome to the amazing fantasy.
Ringlight Fables.
Yeah.
Welcome to the amazing Ringlight Fables.
And I gotta add fantasy in there. Fantasy. I'm sorry.
Goldwyn.
Oh.
To the Hall of Shame with her.
Hey, for once it's not me.
For once, yeah. I think that's a first, yeah. Okay, get your ass back in here. We got a game to play.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Yeah.
Real quick, before we get into things, quick apology in advance. My lungs are filled with phlegm for some reason, and mucus and other assorted bodily fluids that I would rather not go into the details of. It is a byproduct of a bug I had, like last month, as a natural thing. I have no other symptoms besides just a bunch of coughing, so apologies for that in advance. It is very gross. I'll try to point my face away from the microphone when it happens. But with that out of the way, where last we left off, our intrepid party of adventurers were continuing their long and fairly straightforward trek to reunite a large horde of liberated, formerly enslaved kobolds with their friends and family members who had prior escaped the same confines that they had been in. All escapees or rescuees in the case of the group you're leading from Fort Rediron. As you left the valley, Fort Rediron still occupies behind you. you found yourselves coming up to the city of Antarine, and after a brief encounter with some, a kind of touchy encounter with some guards, you were able to make your way to the city and into it to reunite with Uncle Bob and get some information, put some plans into motion. Kari hid in the walls. It was a great time. The following morning dawned, and with it, a letter would eventually be sent from Tuki Fletcher to her family far away, back in the realm of Parvara. With that in mind, the party gathered up their things and continued the trek to Torek and the rest of the escapees, waiting for them somewhere on the shores of Lake Bafluril. Following the road, the party eventually came into contact with an old friend, none other than Donald Halkus, the man that they had once liberated from the torture dungeons beneath under Kanala's Rest, quite some time ago. Apparently, a letter Tuki had sent to the Halkus estate had arrived, and after causing a bit of existential drama, which will be dropping on Monday, at time of recording. So
I'm just causing problems all over.
Yeah, all right. A plan was eventually put into motion to lend what aid the Halkus family could in their limited capacity to get involved in such matters, namely by utilizing the Halkus family's good name and recent events as a backbone to put forward the potential for an investigation to be started into Biragan, the very wealthy businessman operating and owning Fort Rediron and seemingly various other somewhat sketchy, somewhat seedy business ventures, in the hopes that hopefully he can get brought to justice for any number of things, really. After sharing stories and making plans for future negotiations between this horde and the people of Valreeve in general, Donald went on his way, and the rest of you continued on, following the road for a short while before eventually making the turn-off into the wilderness to cut across for the shores of Lake Bafluril. After a brief encounter with some manner of big cat that wanted to snatch something to eat but decided, too many of you, not worth the effort, you eventually found yourselves coming up upon the shores, and the familiar sight of the rocky beach and the large stone plateau that last time you were here had served as the hideout for Torek and the rest of the escapees from Fort Rediron. And it seems that in the time you've been away, they've made good on their tenuous plans to depart from this location, for as you come up upon this old cavernous location, you see no sign of Torek or the rest of the horde. That's where we left off last time, and so that is where we shall begin. Ladies and gentlemen, ball's in your court.
Warwick.
Well, we did not expect them to actually be here. They did say they were going to move on. It was a good idea, too.
He said that he wasn't sure, but it would be difficult, so I figured that meant he was going to cover his tracks.
But hopefully they left some way for us to find them.
Let's check the cave.
Ludviek looks to Minnove and Minnove's mom, whose name I'm blanking on.
Najira,
yes. Not blanking entirely. Okay. It's like, they would most likely leave some sort of clue, something only you could find, something only kobolds would find. Perhaps something you can sniff out, or maybe something hidden from your eyes? I don't know.
Yeah,
not anything that would... what was that? Go ahead.
I was about to say, you're assuming a lot there. For a group that had a lot of nothing.
Well, when you have nothing, you make... Go ahead, Sketch.
He's not entirely wrong, though. When it comes to things only we could see, well, we don't exactly have a power over long-term illusions, but there might be something that might point us in the right direction. Josri was among their number. She would know to leave signs. As for a scent, it's been a while, so it will very well be diluted at this point, but there might be something we can follow.
Yeah, a horde like this, or a group like this, basically is bound to leave some signs on their passing.
The issue
somewhere.
is, though, that we can't just be dragging around a horde of 50-some kobolds around the lake whilst trying to find another kobold of 50-some around the lake.
You might be right.
I think it would probably be good for the majority of the group to make use of this former encampment. At least this time it will be better defended by more able bodies. But yes, definitely should try and find some sort of trail or clue. After all, they had to move many. They can't have hid their tracks that well.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and start putting this to skill checks, I think. So, let's just go down the list and see whatever...
Okay.
I think Kari's allergic to something that they left behind.
Yeah, definitely.
Kari's having a visceral reaction. What'd you find, Kari? What'd you find, boy? What'd you find?
It's working.
No.
I
Bless you.
Found out the well.
Bless you, Impulsive.
I found out that
I didn't know Craven could sneeze. Must have been very painful.
I've heard a bald eagle sneeze before.
Oh.
have you? Oh,
Yes,
I didn't know a gecko could talk.
Huh?
How does that feel?
You know what? You know what? Ditto. You know what? You know what? You. Good one. And she's gonna like put her hand out to fist bump. Good one.
Okay.
You gonna leave me hanging?
Kari thought you called him a bald eagle, so now he's calling you a gecko.
No, he's calling. No, I didn't. I said I didn't know Craven could sneeze, and then he's like, I didn't know geckos could talk.
Oh, okay.
That's the string and line of conversation there.
All right.
I was just staring at her.
Well, she's gonna like fist bump herself. She's like gonna bring it down and just like pound it with her other hand. Be like, well, you know. She's...
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah, you just like pound it.
Ah,
You know, Pound Town.
I see.
Wait. Anyways, where is Torek's group? Let's see if Ludviek is onto something with them leaving
please.
something behind.
So let's go ahead and just go down the group one at a time, shall we? And just see what everyone is doing in this case. So just going from left to right in the number of names I have in the recording screen. We'll start with Tuki. What's Tuki doing here to help with the search?
I think she'll go through the caves and do an investigation to see if she can figure out any clues.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it for me. Oh!
That's a nat 20.
It's all downhill from here.
That's a fat nat.
Did you
Like,
start
okay.
last session with a net 20 and an
With
investigation as
investigation
well?
too?
Really?
Jeez.
And
Hold
you
on a
mocked
second.
me for picking investigation over stealth.
No.
Hey, on you.
You know what? This is just like putting your face, like, you know, whenever like a dog pees in the house and you put the dog's nose into the pee because like you don't want the dog to pee. This is what people is doing to me.
What? I was just going over my Game Master notes here, and I hear you talking about dog piss. What the fuck did I miss?
Investigation is the piss. And
Okay.
she's like, look at this.
I was
Bad
not
picture.
singling anybody out. That was just a joke because somebody made a comment about me not having expertise in stealth.
Okay, so, with that 30 investigation...
Do we even need a roll?
There's multiple things you can find here. This only gets one of them. As you make your way into the familiar sort of tunnels of Torik's old hideout and pick your way through, you do see that, like, all of the various, like, fire pits that they had made and the torches that they had lit to keep things, warm. Not necessarily so they could see, but just so that they were warm against the pervasive cold of this environment, have been put out and long just gone dark. And the large sort of piles of scrounged together supplies are largely gone as well. As you make your way towards the large chamber in the very back that had been host to where you had more meaningful conversations with Josri and Torik, sort of like their communal chamber, in the very, very back, you do see a small number of discarded, left behind, like, sacks. Like a wicker basket or two that look like they aren't really useful for carrying anything anymore. But with a fucking 30 of investigation, as you approach and look them over, you will note that there appears to be some manner of... The best way I can describe it is like a powder. It looks like someone took a mushroom and just powderized the shit out of it until it's like a red dust that's just kind of clumped into two little mounds in that wicker basket, and it kind of looks like someone took a scooping handful out of one, just based on the indentation in the middle.
I'll go get Najira.
All right.
I'm not going to disturb it, but I'm going to go get her and just point it out and be like, does this mean anything to you?
Najira shrugs her shoulders. Well, we don't really have much use for mushrooms. We can't eat them. But she steps forward, gives it a few sniffs, and then kind of recoils. It definitely smells strong. Perhaps a breadcrumb?
Somebody took a fistful.
Indeed. A breadcrumb trail, perhaps? Something we could follow?
Well, I wasn't able to figure that out until I asked you, because Tapperbeak, I don't smell as well as, well,
Right.
anybody.
Right. Well, kobolds have a very strong sense of smell. This smells pretty damn strong, even if it's getting kind of stale. It might get lost in the blend of the jungle, or the forest rather, but it might give us something to follow nonetheless. An indicator we're on the right path. All right, so that is good. That is one of the potential clues found. Let's keep going down the list. Is Boron doing anything to help with the search, or is he just kind of parking his butt outside and being watched?
Yeah, I'm just gonna look pretty. I'm actually checking the lakeshore because I think that might leave imprints there for quite a long time. To find maybe to see at least in which direction they were going. I'm expecting they went westwards, but you never know.
Okay.
Could I give the helping action?
To give him advantage? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make for me survival or perception with advantage, your choice.
Ooh.
21. Okay. So, combing over the beach, you get the impression that, it's been a few weeks since you've been here, so a lot of the visual indicators of foot traffic have been smoothed over a lot. If you didn't know what you were looking for, you would be pretty quick to just assume regular-ass beach. But it does look like, as you're kind of pouring over it, it's kind of hard to make out fine details, even with a 21, but it does look like there was a flurry of activity, things being like dragged around or discarded, somewhat smoothed over footprints here and there, and it's hard to be certain, but you think they might be going in a westerly direction, but west can be a lot of things, so it's hard to narrow it down.
I assumed as much, but okay, that gives us at least a direction.
It gives you confirmation. So, Ludviek, what is your contribution?
He's going to be looking around the perimeter of the camp area, mostly where any forestry starts up again. Mostly, he's going to be looking for any signs of groups heading this way. That would be trampled underbrush, broken twigs, smaller twigs off of lower shrubbery or off of trees. The usual trampled signs of a large group. If they're trying to hide their number, they'd probably be moving in a single line.
Okay.
So they'd probably end up matting down quite a few things.
Make for me a survival check.
All right, let's hope. Come on.
Okay, one moment here. Let's see here.
Excuse me.
All right. So the original DC for this roll was 20. But because 2 of the clues that I had in place were found, that does decrease the DC enough that this is a success.
Woohoo!
So, sort of poking your nose around a bit, sort of just scouring and scanning the surrounding perimeter, with a bit of sort of direction from Boron, I think they went that way, westward. You're eventually able to, your instincts prove true, you eventually find what at a glance might seem to be a game trail, sort of disappearing into the foliage and following otherwise the curvature of the shoreline, heading further westward.
All right, so we definitely have a direction. And Ludviek would make a note where this is and go back to the group to let them know he found what looks to be like a major starting point. That'd probably be good.
All right. So,
especially if that heads eventually towards where the lakeshore is. So yeah, that's a good idea.
All right. Minnove spent her thing giving Boron the help action, so you two were sort of combing the beach together. And
Yippee!
Kari, your last step. What's your contribution here?
I was planning on doing the same thing Ludviek was doing.
Okay.
So, I guess I'd just be helping with that.
All right. Retroactively turns that 17 into a 24 if you're just giving him the help action. All right.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I was going to do, but he got to it first, so.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Well then, that is 2 out of 3 clues found and a path discerned, successfully tracked. Hello, ominous bells. Okay. You successfully tracked your target. Dong!
Now die!
Only an
We did
honest
find
death
the
will
third
liberate
clue.
you
Oh no.
Jesus, that was ominous. Oh, God. Okay. Either way, so. Chill! Fuck, I'm changing this manually. Okay. Love it when the music interacts with the game. It's funny. All right. So, after a short time, your group begins to reconvene outside, the various kobolds staying off the beach to just await word. As everyone's kind of gathering together, Najira nods to all of you. Well, I think we have something to go off of. She kind of holds up the wicker basket between her 2 hands. The scent is strong, and I believe they took some with them. It might give us a scent trail to follow. What did the rest of you find?
Directions.
Also a direction. We found the trampled trail, well, as best as they tried to hide it. But it's over in this direction. You wouldn't be finding it unless you were knowing exactly what to look for. They did a good enough job hiding it, but there's signs.
I see. Najira kind of approaches that game trail, kneels to sniff at it a few times. It's definitely faint and lost among the smell of the jungle, but I can smell our kin. They're several days ahead of us. At least that's how long ago they left. No way of knowing how far they've gone.
Well, it's probably best that we actually take the whole group with us. If they're several days ahead, it would be several days back. So...
Safety in numbers. I don't feel comfortable splitting this horde regardless, so we move as one.
Alright. Then I guess Minnove and Nizira should probably join at the front then, and to at least...
Not sure we can follow them with the wagons, though.
It'll be slow going. It'll be slower going, but it's better to take them with than not.
What was it Tuki said a second ago? I didn't quite catch it.
We made it this far already.
Yes.
Yeah, true. But it's not that far from the main roads. So,
But, well, I mean, yeah, we're 25 miles.
Okay,
Yeah.
we are far from the main roads. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it took us several days to get here. It was difficult terrain.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be any faster if we had spearheads?
Actually, I was just that.
We don't really need to split the horde, but a small group can definitely move a lot faster.
I would say Nizira, Minnove, and Tuki would make a good spearhead. You're the most agile group. You help find out the direction they're going in. Meanwhile, the rest of us will be trying to keep the whole group moving in the general direction.
I guess someone would have to catch up to Torek in case if they're still moving. Tell them to stop moving. Be like, wait up! Hold on. No.
No, stop, come back.
No, stop. Come back. Oh no, he's gone. You can hear me. But would you all be safe without? Because that sorry, I just am concerned about everyone else's safety, and
we'll focus on keeping the caravan safe as we follow behind. You focus on trying to find them.
All right. Here, and Minnove will take off her scarf and give it to Kathan.
Oh.
So you can find us.
Of course.
You're the only other one that, if we're taking Mother with us, it will only keep you more in the loop, I guess, and being able-bodied and yeah.
I understand.
Cool. Anyways, anything else?
Not much. Just keep safe.
Safe is my mental name. Minnove, Safe, Ringdancer.
How many middle names do you have?
A lot. So many. Kari.
Okay.
Start making
So
a
many.
list of them.
Could be worse. It could be a dragonborn. Oh wait, those don't exist in this world. Right, never mind.
I am the equivalent of a dragonborn.
Dude, are Dragonborn known for having a lot of middle names or something?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Okay,
Yes.
I wasn't aware.
They
I
pick
wasn't
up-
aware of that.
They pick up names for every
Great deed they do.
yeah, every great deed they do. Every great deed they do, they pick up a name, and also essentially their name becomes their past.
I see.
Hmm.
Interesting. All right, so just to make sure I'm understanding the plan here correctly, the idea is that Minnove and Tuki are taking Najira to move ahead of the rest of the caravan to see if they can figure out where Torek and co have gone, while everyone else is moving at a more careful pace.
Yeah. The idea mostly being with plan was to have like Tuki just run back and give directions, basically. Use either a horn or something to
Pathfinding.
communicate. Yes, basically.
Okay.
Pathfinding.
That's a different game.
Anyway, it's a game I have not played, and I'm probably not going to. Anyways, so with that in mind, if there are no objections to the plan, Tuki and Minnove, you sort of conscript Najira into this and start making your way westward, following the game trail that that Ludviek and everyone else had kind of pointed out to you. So, with that in mind,
We need to prove to Torek's group that we actually did the thing.
Yeah.
Yes, we did the thing!
We did it! We did it! You need to stop running, though!
You have at least one person present who can provide proof. 2 people.
Yeah, Nadira.
I'm gonna level with you. I forgot she was there for a second, and I was just thinking of Tuki. I was like, Tuki can do an impression of Najira's voice, and Najira's like, oh dear.
Wow, that's horrifying. It's my voice coming out of your mouth.
I mean, to be fair, she capitalized on that before to deliver a message. But anyway, so.
Oh yeah, Tuki uses it a lot in this campaign.
So, with that in mind, still doing a difficult terrain, because you are in the middle of the fucking wilderness, but you also have a beach you can follow. So... fuck it, rolling seems a bit redundant at this point. So you begin to follow the shoreline, making fairly decent time, sort of retaining your patterns from before, even if your group's kind of spread a little bit more thin now. As you follow the shoreline for a time, eventually sun sets. You have to stop and make rest, sending runners back and forth between the 2 groups to keep everyone on the same path and on the same route, avoiding potholes or bizarre little intrunctions and things of that nature. Let's see here. It is getting on toward... It's almost nightfall on the 2nd day of you following this path. That is gradually beginning to sort of, as you're following it, it sort of begins to, like, bleed out a bit, like, almost as if the group that you're following sort of began to realize that they were leaving a very visible trail to follow, sort of started to spread out a bit to make maybe a wider but less deep footprint. Spread the pressure out over a wider area and penetration decreases kind of logic. So with that in mind, Minnove and Tuki, because you 2 are kind of spearheading this, I would like one of you to make for me another survival check. You can receive advantage from the other one.
What you got, Minnove?
I have a +5.
You're better than I am.
Cool.
All right, a 19. So you begin to sort of, you don't necessarily lose the trail, but as it sort of spreads, you have to slow down a fair bit to make sure you don't lose it, because it becomes much harder to see. And the forest is slightly more dense at this spot than where you were before, so there's more foliage that's popped back up in the days since they were trampled that obscures other signs of passage. Eventually, though, You find the trail sort of breaching back out of the forest and bringing you to a relatively bare bluff, sort of rising maybe 20 to 30 feet out of the water, sort of just watching over the waters of the lake, just a sheer drop at the end of a fairly pleasant sort of grassy rise. So you just have, it's kind of like Pride Rock. You got like just an upward slope of grass that then abruptly drops down 20 to 30 feet into the water below. And seemingly, the trail ends here.
I'm gonna sniff around a bit if that's okay.
Go for it.
Seeing if I can smell some of that mushroom.
Go for it. Najira's still carrying it. 21. So you can definitely smell, like you and Najira kind of both scent at it to see what you can pick up. And there's still a little bit of it sort of lingering in the area. And what's curious is that there is the scent of the horde that you've been following, thickly diluted by the forest and time as it was, is thicker here. As if there's been more recent activity from the owners of those scents in this spot, but you don't see anyone.
Oh. Tuki's gonna start getting a length of rope ready. I can try and rappel down, see if there's a cave.
Maybe, but... Yeah, be careful. And Minnove sniffing the air as she speaks that. Trying to be like, Very confusing.
All right, so grabbing your length of rope, Tuki, you get it secured to something.
I got a grappling hook.
Fair enough. Just kind of just dig that into the dirt and start.
And I'll also just make sure to keep her eye on her. Just to make sure she doesn't fall.
Fair enough. And you start to rappel down the rock side. I'd say it's at around, you've kind of spent a handful of minutes. The rest of the group might be a little behind still, so you just sort of start rappelling down, sort of your talons clacking against the stone and pushing off as you let yourself further and further down. You start to, you still have, it's 50 feet of rope you have, right? Okay. So you get down to water level, sort of pausing there for a bit. You don't see a cave, but I would like you to make for me a perception check.
Can I give her Bardic? Oh, never mind.
22. As you're kind of looking around slightly in confusion, as your eyes sort of glaze over the rock directly in front of your face, you see what appear to be scratch marks in the surface of the rock face. Fairly recent, too, just judging by the grade of the color. You know how, like, anytime you scratch a surface, the initial scratch is much brighter than the surrounding material, and it gradually darkens with time, as, weathering and exposure and all that? It has the look of being a scratch that's recent. And as you kind of look around a bit, you see more of them. You figure that these scratches, like scrabbling claw marks all over the cliff face, couldn't be more than a day or two old.
Can I discern if that's from climbing or if these are marks or anything for...
It looks like climbing, just going off of how you've seen it done and how you've done it before.
I guess she'll follow them as best she can.
Well, they seem to go down into the water.
You see anything, Tuki?
There's definitely claw marks.
Oh, goody.
Day or two at most.
Oh, even more.
Leads into the water though, so, no more trail.
Not as goody.
I'd say it's at around this time that the rest of the group is starting to roll up.
Climb back up. Everyone's coming. If you want, you can also stay down there if you'd like. I'm not gonna judge you.
I mean, Tuki's super fast at climbing, so it's probably already up and just, what do you mean?
Oh, Jesus.
Again with this Jesus character.
There's a guy who's like a hippie or something, and it's
I mean, Jesus was a hippie, by my understanding. Anyways, proceed.
Hello, everyone. Took you long enough. /J.
I mean, that was the point, wasn't it?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we've seem to have reached an end, and by an end in the water.
Okay.
Looks like somehow, by what Tuki was seeing, they climbed down the cliff face into the water.
Do I know?
Into the water?
Do I know when high and low tide are?
I sure don't. Look, there's no moon, okay? Tidal forces are controlled by something else. But I never actually set, like, a time for them because I don't actually know the timing of tidal forces on Earth.
It's based around the position of the moon. When the moon is at the highest or the highest on the opposite end, that's when you'll have high tide.
Well, I mean, yeah, I know the mechanics of it. I don't know the timing.
Oh.
Point being, my
12
idea
hours, roughly.
Yeah.
My idea was that maybe there is a spot, like if this area has more activity, more recent activity, then maybe there's an entrance that gets hidden by the tide, but apparently not.
I mean,
I don't know what to do from here.
hold on. How stupid would it be if I just dove in?
Isn't it like more than 30 feet down or something?
I mean, it's water, and I have I have things against falling to my doom.
There is also the fact that falling that hard into water still hurts. It may not be ground.
And I'll rip
I'm gonna
down.
I'm gonna take off all my heavy clothing, so just gonna be as like nude as possible.
All right, the kobold's getting naked.
And I'm gonna dive into the water.
All right. Would this be an athletics check to not hurt yourself?
Well, that's what you would think.
Right, Featherfall. Okay, so so. I'm half tempted to now just prompt you to do a performance check just to see if you can make it look flashy.
I will do a performance. I will do a performance.
Okay.
I will do a flip somersault and then like a swan dive and try to dive into the water with like the littlest splash ever.
Roll it.
I will do it at disadvantage if you want me to do it at disadvantage.
Flat roll, it's fine.
Flat roll? Okay.
24.
Nice.
Okay, I mean, with the aid of Featherfall, you definitely don't hurt yourself. So with that bit of, like, cushion, you feel, like, with the whole horde just kind of watching you and you're about to, like, just do some fun dive shit, you decide, let's have some fun with this. Kind of do a little couple hops, just kind of pop a couple joints. And as you said, you like sort of like a running jump, go into like this big old like swan, like cliff swan dive thing, and like a forward spin twirl, just some really fun performative acrobatic bullshit that you only have the time to do because you're falling at like half the speed you normally would. And then you just into the water.
Ludviek takes his shield, smudges something on it, holds it up, and now has a 10 on it.
How did you write that?
He cast a illusory script.
No, he just used mud. He doesn't have markers. Don't exist in this world yet.
Charcoal does.
Yeah. It's like, you think charcoal will stand in this shield? Impossible. He's metal.
Okay, so Jesus Christ. So, Minnove, you plunge into the water, and just for a very brief moment, you're kind of remembering like when you encountered the river drakes that kind of pulled you under before. But this water, is, for one thing, it's much deeper, but it's also much calmer, even if it's remarkably cold, and you're only really protected from that for a handful of seconds by your kobold scales. As you kind of cast your eyes about, the light beginning to sort of dwindle a bit as the sun is continuing to set into like the hours of dusk. Your dark vision helps you tremendously, sort of letting you see through the faintly, gently drifting sort of shafts of fading sunlight filtering down through the murk and the brine. You sort of turn in place a little bit, scan your eyes about. What are you doing?
I'm gonna see if I can follow those tracks that Tuki was, like the scratch marks that Tuki was talking about, and seeing if they go further down.
Okay. So.
Whilst also holding my breath.
Of course. What's your
before we get too far in this, I just want to say Kari says as she's falling, are we really just letting her do this?
No,
Okay.
we aren't.
I'll rappel back down and hang out and watch.
Okay, and
All right.
and be on emergency lifeguard duty in the event this goes south.
Yeah. Boron's also taking off his armor.
Boron too is getting naked.
It's a nudist colony and everybody's invited. Anyways,
It takes a couple of minutes to doff armor.
I know. I'm just.
anyways, so sort of remind me what your Constitution modifier is, Minnove.
My con mod is A3.
3, so you can.
I think
hold
I
your,
have 3 minutes.
I think it's 4 because it's like 1 minute plus your con modifier, right?
So 4 minutes.
Correct.
Minnove
4.
got big lungs. Holy shit!
Oh, she's a bard.
You sing.
That's true.
You got good lungs.
That
You
is
need
true.
to hold those high notes. So, you are scanning your eyes, sort of swimming down, following further down a bit. Go ahead and make for... actually, no, let's not do a roll for this, necessarily. As you're scanning your eyes about, you see in places that there are, like, growths of, like, sea moss or, like, maybe forms of, like, lake kelp in a few places. There's a particularly thick batch of, like, almost seaweed kind of growth sort of up against the cave wall, maybe, like, well, not cave wall, cliff face, maybe 20 feet down.
Okay. I'm gonna follow the cliff face.
Okay, you've kind of been
To,
doing
like,
that.
Yeah, to like the cave thing, or
You mean the seaweed?
yeah, the seaweed. I'm gonna follow the seaweed, like the vegetation.
All right. So, like, you're swimming up to, like, the big patch?
Yeah, so essentially, I'm trying to follow where these claws lead down to, and then
okay.
follow along the bottom.
Yeah, the claw marks are not as visible in this particular spot. Water's brushed like sediment up against them, and it's getting pretty dark down here. And your dark vision helps, but it does have its limits. But as you kind of try to follow the route they seem to be taking that Tuki had pointed out to you before, eventually you do kind of come up to like that patch of seaweed sort of up against the cliff face, and as it's sort of drifting around a bit, your eyes catch a bit of a recess behind it.
I'm gonna keep on swimming to the recess.
Pushing through the seaweed?
Yes, pushing through. I'm gonna use my I'm gonna cast my mage hand to help kind of like
All right.
push it aside as I'm
All right.
swimming through so that I'm not getting caught.
All right. Using a little bit of magic to push aside some of the seaweed so it doesn't get entangled into like your bits or whatever. You find that beyond that seaweed, you see that there is in fact a fairly long tunnel that goes back maybe another 30 feet and then begins to curve up.
I'm gonna continue going. I'm gonna use I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation to kind of like see if that will like speed me up a little bit, like push the water behind me.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
Like the movement.
I'm not saying anything in the list of things you can do that really help you here.
No worries. I'm just gonna make me feel warm then.
Okay. So you follow this tunnel for a short time, and it sort of curves up. Eventually, like after a short time, you see that it does actually have you see the surface of the water, sort of up ahead a little bit. You push ahead. You want to breach?
Yes.
All right. You push up through, kind of suck in a big lungful of air, cast your eyes about, and sort of begin to realize that you are at the beginning of what appears to be a much larger cave.
No, right. More cave. Can I like sniff around, like get out and try to like dry it, like use prestidigitation to dry myself off.
All right.
And try to sniff around to see if I can smell some more of the
Yeah, sure. Perception check. Roll it.
Cool.
$21. So, sniffing about for a bit after using a quick burst of magic to basically just become a walking cloud for a second as all the water just evaporates off of you. You sniff at the air and it's pretty unmistakable. You pick up the scent of kobolds. You spent enough time among Torik's horde before to recognize their scent now. And it's very fresh here.
I'm gonna should I turn around and tell everybody, or should I just keep going? That's the question.
You gotta know.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna Minnove is gonna be like, okay, I've gotten to a place where it's not that far. I'm gonna turn around and I'm going to dive back so that no one worries that Minnove is drowning.
All right. So you dive. Let's go ahead and cut back to the rest of the group, shall we?
Oh god, she's drowning. Oh god, she's drowning. Oh god, she's drowning.
Do you want me to tell her you're worried?
Oh no, I just sensed a comedic opportunity.
Ah.
It comes with the territory.
She has been down there for a fair bit. And that's Kathan as he's kind of peering over the edge. Are you seeing anything down there, Tuki?
Nope.
As soon as Boron has taken up off enough of his armor, he's just jumping after her.
All right, so Kathan kind of steps back
Why
from
am
the
I
edge of the
even down
cliff.
here
What was that?
Yes, this is what we're doing.
I didn't hear what Tuki said.
It's fine.
Okay, so, like, as Kathan is kind of stepping back from the edge of the cliff, he starts, like, pacing back and forth kind of nervously, and, like, right as he's turning around at one time, Boron just jumps right past him.
You're
He's
running away.
Ah! What? He, like, looks down after you. Are you, like, doing, like, a cannonball or something?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, could you do me a favor and roll me just a flat d20?
Yes, that's the damage I'll take.
No.
Okay.
That's not what I'm having you roll for.
If I could. There. I switched these off.
I've jumped from a high dive at a...
That's 20!
Nat 20. Okay, so if you had rolled a natural 1, something else would have happened.
Okay.
Would it have been a belly flop?
No. It would have been friendly fire.
Okay.
So, very briefly cutting back to Minnove's perspective as you're swimming back up, you just suddenly just see, like, just some mass, just force of mass, like a cannonball almost just breaks through the surface of the water above you. You kind of arrest your momentum for a bit as this shape just kind of comes down in front of you.
The ripple effect of the water makes Minnove like push back, like tumble backwards a little bit.
A little
just
bit,
from
yeah.
like the absolute momentum of like just the.
Yeah. And that is, you're kind of righting yourself and lift your eyes. You see a now very wet Boron sort of uncurling from a cannonball, shorn of his armor and just kind of in the regular clothes underneath. And you two are eyes to eye.
Bob? She says.
You're just doing the Al and the alien bit now.
Can I like discern if she's in distress or not? Because if she is, I would carry her up the way.
I don't know. Minnove, do you look like you're in distress?
Well, she did get like just pushed back and like tumbled like and like flipped around when he
Then I will grab you and take you out of here.
She was having trouble swimming. You nearly jumped on me.
Hit it at me. What do you mean?
I saved her life.
From you? Okay, he grabs Minnove. A little bit of water, like a little bit of bubbles come out of her mouth.
Right.
Oh man, that's fucking hilarious.
It was fine, Boron.
You are now.
Just want some water there.
Are you alright
thank
down
you.
there?
Fine.
Everything okay?
Almost got landed on, but fine. Thank you, Boron. I appreciate it.
Sure.
She's gonna try like swimming over to the cliff face.
Where I believe
Hey,
Tuki
Tuki.
is still waiting, right?
Hey, Tuki.
Hi.
Hi.
I
You
was
hang around here?
watching, I swear.
Oh, thank you. Oh.
Tuki's hanging from the grappling hook still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you give me a hand up? Whew.
Yeah, just hang on tight. I'll get us up there.
Did you find anything down there?
Yeah. I did. Down there. There's a cave that goes about back through some seaweed, back about 30 or so feet, and
Gesundheit.
Thank you. It.
Ludviek calls down to them, just saying, "Do you need a hand?"
I'm all well, okay, Ludviek.
Anyway, Boron's helped a lot.
See? I'm helpful too.
Understood. Hold on tight.
But no, they're down there. There's a cave that goes about back 30 or so feet, and then there's an opening. And noticing that shroom scent is quite vigorous.
Okay.
And,
The only thing is, how did they get down there?
They probably swam. Oh wait, you can't hear me.
Well, no, I'm back up.
Yeah.
oh, you're
Probably-
oh dang! I was gonna have Ludviek help pull you.
Well,
all up, basically.
Tuki's helping Minnove.
Okay.
Yeah, well, Tuki could just hold on, and Ludviek could just pull you all up.
But then
Either way,
Boron's
the end
stuck.
result is the same.
Boron's in
In
stuck.
that case,
It's just
Well-
Boron in the water. He's fine.
Yeah.
Needs a bath anyway.
they probably swam
Thank
like
you.
you did.
Well, yeah, but half of them couldn't even walk. Let alone climb down the face of a 30-foot cliff and swim 30 feet back.
Well, it's possible there's more than one entrance to this place.
Not by the scratch marks I saw.
Either way, neither here or there. They're definitely in there. Or under there.
Well then, you should definitely go with your mom and who else to at least meet up with them. Who would you like to go with you?
Well, who can hold their breath for... How long was I down there, roughly?
I want to say it wasn't more than a minute each way.
It's
Like you,
2-3 minutes.
you kind of like drifted around a bit while you were looking. But like if you know where you're going and you kind of beeline it, you could easily make the journey in I'd say less than a minute.
Cool.
You know, it's only like 60 feet. You can jog that in 12 seconds.
Yeah. So, whoever wants to, I guess. Whoever wants to get wet and such. I mean, Boron's already in the water, so Boron might as well come.
Yes, I had.
Unless, Boron, you don't want to, and you just want to be looking pretty there.
Yeah, that's perfectly my thing. No,
Looking pretty?
yes.
Oh, what a doll.
Fashion model Boron here. I love the fact that Boron is just kind of gradually like loosened up and is just like this like doesn't really give a shit. Is the best way I can think about
Not really.
Turn to party gram.
it. Yeah, it's just like, nah, I'm fine. I like looking pretty.
But anyone that wants to come can. It's only about maybe a minute or two.
Well, I'm definitely going, and so am I.
Perfect. Strip.
I am already.
I'll stay. Somebody should
We-
stay with
yeah.
the kobolds up here so that if there is another entrance, that somebody else can tell them because it's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people in a very small
There
space.
ought to
Very
be
confined.
another entrance. Otherwise, they run out of air
Yes.
at some time.
Well,
They could just be tiny little holes.
True.
I will stay up here with the others. In case you do find another way out, well, come get us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ludwig just suggested that so someone else can go. 'Cause, yeah, I assume it was going to be Boron, because, again, Boron has his armor off. Ludwig doesn't.
Yeah. All right. What about Kari? Where's Kari wanting to go? Does he want to stay up top, or does he want to go with the group?
You should probably stay up top.
So for numbers' sake, it's just Minnove and her parents essentially going down. Just for numbers.
And Boron.
And Boron. Okay, and Boron's coming. I thought Boron just wanted to look pretty.
Nope,
Yeah.
Scooby's coming.
Scooby's coming.
Where would you prefer
Yeah.
me?
Hmm?
Where would you prefer me?
In bed.
Kari!
Kari!
Sorry. What?
You're not wrong, but
Any,
Shipper on deck, everyone. Shipper on deck.
Kari didn't say anything. That was all me.
Look,
Kari's
man, it's
outside
faster to
voice
say
turning into an
Kari than
inside voice.
Impulsive, alright? Anyway,
You can, where you were, which is fine. If you want to join you can, just, it is quite the swim, and, but having someone where you were was very helpful. Just in case, if there isn't another entrance, and we have to make a getaway.
So you want me to hang out here with the rope? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, you look great. Just, like, scaling it like that. You're doing great.
Alright, I'll hang out here.
Unless you don't want to, then it's totally up to you.
I mean, if it is the only entrance, I'm happy to help everybody down so that they can get in.
Perfect.
Wait, can't Tuki even hold her breath?
I can hold it for a minute.
You
If
hit the
it's
minimum.
Okay. Okay, it doesn't go below. Okay.
yeah, minimum
minimum
minute.
of a minute.
Okay.
That's why I can do 3.
Otherwise, creatures with 6 constitution would probably suffocate.
Just on air.
Just instant death touching water.
Yeah, like that stupid video game mechanic where you just fall in water and instantly die.
Yeah.
That's what
Alright,
happens
well.
when you're hydrophobic.
Who knew Sly Cooper had rabies? Anyways,
All right.
so. Alright, so, with that, it's, Minnove going with her parents and Boron, and Tuki is staying with the rope. Is that about right?
Mhm.
Alright.
Sounds good.
Alright. Just wanted to make sure I had that all clear. So, with that in mind, you go ahead and either do more fancy dives or climb the rope. I'm not picky. Either way, you all wind up
I'm
in
gonna
the
do more
water.
fancy drives.
Okay.
Well, I mean-
I mean, what were we gonna say?
Oh, no, I realized I was about to be wrong. I was going to say it's only Kathan and Najira that need to go down, so, but then it's like, oh yeah, Minnove's on top too, so.
Indeed. So, that. The quartet make their descent back into the underwater section. Following, like, the group kind of follows in behind you for a short time, Minnove, as you lead them to the seaweed closing off the grotto, and you kind of realize that if it hadn't been for the hint of the claw marks kind of scrabbling down the cliffside, there's a very real chance that you would not have been able to see this entrance. It is very well concealed.
Almost like they don't want to be found.
Indeed. But leading the trio at your back through... What? Was that just an empty post, or is that Mage Hand?
No, that was Mage Hand. That was
Oh,
me
okay.
just recasting Mage Hand as she's swimming through.
Okay, fair enough. So, it doesn't take you terribly long to once again sort of breach through and come up where you were before. Give me a moment to pull back up the ambience. There we go. So you breach the water, come back up. Najira and Kathan follow you a second later, followed shortly by Boron, bringing up the rear. So,
Down here. Minnove will climb out of the hole
all right.
and prestidigitation herself and everyone else that's coming out.
So you just kind of take a few seconds to just dry everyone off. Boron winds up kind of poofy.
I'm fine. Thank you.
I'm gonna catch a cold.
No.
And she does it.
All right, so
And
you find yourselves at present in a small-ish chamber with only the one access to the water kind of at your backs, and the passage continues on and bends out of sight ahead. There appears to be only one way to go to venturing deeper.
onward! And
Hooray.
All right,
Minnove will lead the charge, I guess.
sure. following the tunnel for a time. Are you making any efforts to be quiet, or are you just kind of brazenly going?
Personally, not making any efforts unless the others are.
Okay.
No, I don't.
All
I
right.
don't think there's really any need to make an effort
Fair
to be
enough.
quiet, and unless there is like a sound that seems to be concerning. But
So following the sort of narrowish tunnel for a short time, it leads back up a ways before gradually, as you round a bend, it spreads out massively into a rather sizable cave chamber. And you can see, you don't see necessarily any flames going at the second, but you do see little piles of supplies scattered in some places, and a whole bunch of eyes from numerous kobolds, all landing on you as you just step into view.
hello.
Up.
The most eloquent of greetings. Sup.
Sup. So from somewhere further back, like very rapidly, like murmurs and whispers start to sort of spread through the group. One of the kobolds shouts out in dragon tongue. You recognize the shout, Minnove, the words. Torek! Josri! They're back! And after a few seconds, you hear footsteps rapidly approaching, and sure enough, you see the familiar sight of Torek sort of just sprinting in your general direction, emerging from a side passage somewhere deeper in. He comes sliding to a halt at the top of sort of a small rise not far away as he lays eyes on you, and then his eyes shift past and land on Najira and, for a briefer moment, Kathan beside her. You did it. Wait.
Told you I could. Well, we did. We as a collective did.
Najira.
Thank you for not throwing us under the bus.
What is a bus?
He's in the goddamn
admit.
walls!
And I'm not even sure why I said that. I just felt a need.
Strange one, this one. Anyway, so, Kathan, or not Kathan, Torek's eyes sort of, again, they settle on Najira. You're alive. Barely, yes. And the others. What happened after the escape? How many? We lost a few in the chaos. A handful were thrown once we were captured again. But none since then. None. Not one. No. And Najira kind of nods at Minnove and then at Boron and then back the way you all came.
Minnove has a big grin.
We have our new friends to thank for that. They're all
Like I
topside,
said.
Told
aren't
you
they?
we come through.
Every last one.
I take it everyone is topside.
Yeah. We got a full 5 carts full of
Speaking
your kind.
speaking of which, is that like another entrance at all? Because we
Uh,
also have some gifts that might not really make the swim.
We're working on that. We have a few air holes and one emergency escape. We don't have a larger one set up yet. We're trying to be very careful about it. We don't want it to be easy to find. That's why we wound up going with this cave in the first place. It's a pain in the ass to find. We only found it because Kirjak decided to go for a swim and stumbled on it while we were all shouting at him to get back out of the water.
It's certainly hidden well.
Yes. So how do you recommend we bring cows down here?
In pieces.
Oh.
As for
Well,
coming
Ludviek
down
has a
here,
job.
as for getting down here at all, you picked a bad time for it. It's high tide right now.
Oh.
So there is a tide.
There is a tide, yes. It is a well-documented phenomenon of the setting. It's just controlled by other forces than gravity.
That force specifically the narrator's decision.
No, there's lore for it. You just don't know what it is, and I can't talk about it because secrets.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Well then. Let's... Well, first things first, I suppose. And Torek just steps forward and, to your surprise, just without any hesitation, just wraps Najira up in a hug. It's good to see you again. You as well. How is Josri? She's as well as can be. She's not nearly so agile as the rest of us, given her age. She was the hardest one to get down here out of everyone else. But it's thanks to her magic that we can safely make the trip even at high tide. I'll go and fetch the others. You go ahead and make yourselves at home.
Yeah, I will return to the top then, I guess, and,
that's where
see
I
if I
was
can help.
going.
Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna
where you're going?
Yeah, like I said, we have one emergency escape route right now. I'm
Oh.
gonna take that.
Oh, well, show me the way, Torek.
Of course. The rest of you, go ahead and make yourselves comfortable. This place is about to get a lot more crowded, I think. It certainly is.
Lots.
Alright, so Torek turns and breaks into a jog toward one of the back passages. And you're following him, Minnove?
Yeah, Minnove promptly follows him.
Alright, as you're going, you do catch sight of a handful of, what appear to be the beginnings of freshly dug tunnels. It seems like they're starting to expand the network of caves, almost like an ant colony in the hopes of making, distinct rooms with unique purposes. But they haven't gotten that far yet. So you follow him for a ways through just a few little cubby holes before eventually he clambers up an almost vertical incline, just scrabbling through a tight space. You kind of follow him up, and it almost like a pit spider's hidden trap door just pushes aside a big old slab of moss, and then steps out and through and back out into daylight, or dusk light at this point.
Not bad.
I can see what you mean by it's complicated.
We're making do with what we have. We'll have a better land entrance at some point, but we're gonna make damn sure it can't just be stumbled on. Probably can only be opened from the inside, hard to find from the outside, that sort of thing.
Yeah, that'd work. Everyone's over by the cliffside, by the way.
I figured that's where Kirjak dove from.
You know, that kid's got a knack for luck, I'd say.
He does. Found you.
Yeah, found you all this. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous entrance.
If only it didn't leave me sopping wet every time we used it. Kind of brushes some of the dirt off of his thighs and then starts walking toward the bluff.
Minnove casts precipitation on him, just as there you go.
You kind of just poof. You just send a vibrating force sort of over the whole entire surface area of his body and clothes, and you just see it's almost like a Looney Tune poof, where just all the dust and dirt just kind of snaps off of him, hovers in the air an inch away from him, and then just falls to the ground. Looks down at the small pile of dirt and dust that's been accumulating on him, and is
very filthy.
Yeah, maybe that's the one advantage of the water path. Free bath. Come on.
Yep.
Make your way back to the bluff and kind of start emerging into the various kobolds and the various wagons you have before anything else. And for those of you still hanging out by the bluff, it doesn't take you long to start hearing the raising voices of kobolds chittering and calling out and yapping in dragon tongue, growing increasingly excited as just the murmur passes through them. And
I'm going to go to investigate the chattering.
Yep. You kind of turn and make your way in that direction. Short moment later, sort of coming out of the foliage of the forestry behind you, Torek in the lead, Minnove right at his back, and a bunch of other kobolds kind of scampering along with Torek, jabbering at him in dragon tongue, and he's happily talking back to them. A few just run up, seem to be ones that know him, kind of do like the bro hug thing, wrap him up, punch him in the shoulder. They kind of roughhouse a bit before he kind of nudges them off.
Not his frat.
Old friends. You don't spend so long in a mine like that without learning to care about the people around you. Even if some of them can be annoying. Zarek, and he kind of turns and already you had seen that one of the kobolds was kind of reaching for Torek's tail and immediately just scurries away.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Well, not that, but that's your Zorak is my Kari, so.
It's good to see you again, Torek.
I actually think it's the other way around. I'm the instigator.
Hello!
Oh yes, did you forget that you're in an area that I occupy, which means I could technically be here right now, in the theater of the mind.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sorry, I've been reading some weird philosophy lately.
You seem very interesting there, Kari.
Lately?
Minnove's gonna lean over the edge of the cliffside. Tuki!
Oh, you're back.
There's another door, almost, kind of, ish. It's smaller.
It won't fit any of the non-kobolds, I'm afraid, so you will all have to swim, but the kobolds are free to use our fire escape tunnel. I'll show you the way.
I guess I'm swimming again.
You can fit.
Yes, but I have to show everybody the way through.
Ah, right.
Because you've hidden it so well.
Fair enough. We'll reconvene in the Great Chamber then.
Minnove proceeds to dive off.
Doink.
A third time.
Wait, no, we have to take off armor.
Well, take it off faster. Come on, I've been in here 3 times and no one else has taken off armor except Boron.
What time of day is it right now, Skitch?
It's getting on through dusk. You can see stars in the night sky now.
Ah, okay, it's really starting to get dark. All right, then Ludviek is going to. Then it's probably too late. Yeah, Ludviek says I will most likely not be joining you. I'm going to make sure we get these carts rounded up and the current livestock. But I believe actually Torek. Ludviek goes over to the carts with the supplies. I do believe you could at least get these through, right? He's talking about probably the eggs are gone, but most of the dried meats and cheeses and other stuff that they did take could at least be ferried down there.
We might need to transfer them to smaller containers, but should be doable, yes.
All right. I will help with that up here.
All right.
Who's swimming?
Just let me go up to the top and unhook my hook.
I'll be here. Be sure to bring my clothes down too if we can.
Already
Oh, actually, perfect.
All right, so.
Ari's gonna do a backflip.
Okay.
Because I want to roll something.
All right, give me an acrobatics check.
Into the water. Ah.
17 with featherfall. All right, just blowing through those first level spell slots. Excuse me. So,
Oh,
yes,
I managed to fit 7 flips into this one ball.
indeed, it is very impressive, and you are very dizzy when you kind of into the drink.
Oh no, Which way is up?
Kari.
Yes.
Look at
Way
me.
of the bubbles.
Yes. I'm looking at you.
You're up.
I am.
Yeah. Good job.
Sounded like a round of applause there for a second. I don't know who among you has the soundboard on, but I'm gonna do a funny that I won't hear.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
So, sort of assigning yourselves to your various tasks. Minnove, you lead most of the rest of your group into the back down underwater and through the tunnel, while Ludviek stays up top. And before long, basically, and before long, basically everyone but Ludviek is accumulating in the great central chamber. And you do find that very rapidly the space is starting to just fill with kobolds as all of the escapees from Fort Rediron just start piling in. And in a matter of minutes, the space is filling with these overjoyed shouts and cries and calls as family members are being reunited. Over in one corner, you see 2 kobolds that you'd been traveling with on this journey rushing towards Kirjak and a collection of other little kobolds and just scooping them all up and just falling into just a pile of squirming limbs and tails and just laughs and stuff. In other places, you see full-grown adults reuniting, just wrapping each other up, falling over. It's a lot of hugging and falling, and the air is loud and just full of energy as these reunions happen. And you all kind of find yourselves almost nudged off to one side for a minute as the kobolds are reuniting with each other. Many of the kids or the other escapees that had followed Torek do, of course, swing by your group to offer up words of thanks and the sort of chaotic buzz of movement. Thank you for bringing them back to us. Thank you for saving them. Things like that as they just... Some of them try to even push just a handful very basic gifts of thanks toward you. One of them kind of brings you a bunch of wooden beads that they've strung together. It's not a lot, but you are being just showered in expressions of gratitude and thanks by those that you promised to bring their loved ones back to.
It's a nice feeling.
Yep.
Very much so.
You did well, everyone. Thank you all for, I suppose I should also say thank you as well. Thank you all for helping me find my family, I guess. Much appreciated.
Did you say appreciate?
Appreciate, bro. Saw. I very much appreciate your all due diligence and helping. It's 10 years coming of looking and searching for all this, and I certainly wouldn't be able to have done it on my own. So I am genuinely forever indebted to all of you for everything you've done. So yeah. Enjoy the warm camaraderie. I will thank Ludviek as well once he joins us down here. But seeing all this I don't know, stuff just hit a spot. So Yeah. And I will find a way to repay all of you in some grand way. Even if you don't want it, you're gonna get it.
Well,
Am I that predictable?
Yes.
Unfortunately, yes.
Fair enough.
But that's okay. It means you care.
Well, I
well,
was going to say I would have done it anyway. I had told you I wasn't expecting a reward.
No, but you all deserve one. Just as much as anyone else.
but Minnove, if it makes you feel better, you're going to be accruing interest on that until it's paid.
Oh, absolutely. Don't you worry. But don't you worry. I plan on Boron, you and I, and we'll even bring Tuki. We could bring Ludviek, and we could go busking again. Oh, wouldn't it be so fun?
Oh yeah.
Busking.
I think I'm gonna
Busking.
back out and help Ludviek, and we also have a few cows to slaughter.
You know, if we purchased a bull, then we wouldn't have to worry about meat.
Cows take a while.
Yes.
Also, there's no guarantee they're going to stick around these specific spots for a while.
Cows have these things called legs.
Yeah. But you also need to watch over them, keep them penned in an area, watch out for predators. With them being underground so much, they'd be better off with pigs.
But we have cows,
I don't know.
so
Either way.
Thoughts for the future.
As the merriment sort of starts to quiet down a bit, as the reunions start to go from the joyous, open weeping, just laughing and hugging and just all that, and start quieting down as people start getting each other caught up. Josry approaches your group, kind of hobbling along, sort of being helped along by one of the other sort of older-looking kobolds. Well, I'm not entirely sure what to say, to be honest with you.
You don't have to say anything.
I will not lie, the long wait between sending you away and awaiting you to find us, there were fears you might have failed. But never have I been so glad to be proven wrong. You did more than we could have hoped.
That's what I told you. Work best.
Oh.
And bring it all together.
You doing something there, Kari?
I think he's choking on
Coughing.
some.
Okay.
Yeah, he's choking on some water from earlier.
Oh,
I'm just glad to see everybody reunited and together. For me personally, I can't speak for the rest of my party here, but I'm glad to have helped. And this escapade. I'm sorry, my Draconic's not great.
It's fine. There will be many conversations in the days to come, I'm sure. But I know we'll find our way. Najira assures me that there are paths open to us now that none of us had imagined before. Something about, a man named Donald? Godfried?
Yes, those were our employers that led us to the to Kojak, I guess. Annual.
Right,
Those were the
You mentioned these people last time we met. Torek was reluctant to ally with them because of history.
Yeah. I trust them.
Evidently, so does Najira. I have oh no, that question's not for me to ask. No, it's fine. It's not a question I should ask you.
Okay.
Kind of takes a step back.
I won't pressure it.
There's still much for me to attend to, but I think I speak for everyone here when I say you will always have our gratitude. And if ever you need a place, you will always have one here. All of you.
It's very much appreciated, Jessary.
I will keep that in mind.
You've all given us something we can never hope to repay. Our freedom and our families back. You've done more for the sword than anyone we've ever known before.
Well, as I'm told, I'm a Ringdancer, so...
So you are.
Comes with the territory.
Gives a little nod of her head and then turns to start making her way back into the crowd. As the kobolds are reuniting with each other and supplies finished getting ferried down, and the energy begins to wane slightly as those who have been on the long journey to get here begin to succumb to their exhaustion, is there anything anyone wishes to do before turning in yourselves? There is a space that's being set aside for your group so that you can get in a rest within the safety of the horde, if you so wish.
I'm gonna see if I can... I don't know what Minnove's doing. Someone else speak.
Well, Boron is, as said before, is heading out again and helping Ludviek round up the carts. And someone ought to probably keep watch, but there's still the horses and the cows here.
Just make sure nothing hauls them off in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
They won't be getting down there.
Not in one piece, at least.
Yeah.
Either way. If that's it, then, as far as things people wish to do over the course of the night.
Just see if I can get some of those draconic lessons in, since we're with the kobolds and things are not hectic.
Okay.
I was gonna actually do it on the road too.
Fair enough. Let's see here. Go ahead and make for me an intelligence check, Tuki. Ten. Okay. So, your progress only increments by 1 today. Bringing you to 5 points of progress. Out of a lot.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But, either way, eventually, as things are starting to settle down and the kobolds kind of start getting into like their little piles and their nests, curling up into balls to get some sleep, Minnove, you are again approached by Najira, who looks equal parts like buzzing with energy and exhausted.
Well, aren't you a popular one tonight?
She kind of sits down on a rock next to you and kind of rubs at her forehead. I am so happy to see all of them, but I could have gone for a day before I was bombarded.
You know they wouldn't let you do that, right?
Of course not. The life of a mystic never ends.
Yeah.
So, obviously, I am not going to be leaving this place anytime soon. Neither is Kathan. This is our horde. These are our people. We might not have asked for them, but they are ours.
Evidently.
Now.
Yeah.
And I love them, and I'm not leaving them. And obviously, if you desire a place here, of course you have one. But I get the impression you won't be staying here with us, will you?
Minnove just looks off and looks towards, like, the group where everyone else is kind of sitting. No, I don't think this... Though I love the company and being around everyone like this, it's not a place for me. Maybe in a different life or different experiences. I could have been what you wanted me to be, a mystic of a horde. But
I never said I wanted you to be the mystic of a horde. I did want to teach you my skills, teach you our ways. I, of course, wanted you to know our history and our culture. It's just what I was raised to teach. But as far as I'm concerned, you don't have to be the leader, the spiritual leader of a horde of kobolds to fulfill your obligations as a mystic, or even fill that role for others.
yeah. Just... I don't think, it's weird to say that I feel more comfortable in the streets of Antarean than I do here.
It's not surprising. That's where you were raised.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
No jabs. I'm just joking. It's funny.
Yeah, she just gives you a coy smirk. I was about to say, you're calling Uncle Bob a misfortune.
No. He's probably the best thing that's happened in a long time. He's probably the reason that I'm not like so many others.
Well.
We came across a guy, and he deemed the world as full of assholes and people who hated, and just had nothing but despair and anger towards just people.
But we killed him. To prove him wrong. Sorry.
Just absolute disdain for people, and it's one of those things where had I had different circumstances of the way that I was left, I could have been the exact same.
Well.
Resentful, angry, full of hate. But I'm not. Oh, I don't think I am. Other people might say otherwise. I do have a bit of a temper, but
All of her hatred is directed towards Kari.
I funnel it towards a certain goal. But I don't. They're my hold, I guess.
They are.
Just like yours. I can't leave them.
Of course.
Unless they kick me out. Then...
It would be selfish of me to ask you to leave your horde to join mine.
No. Selfish. I don't think so, at least. It's a family you've been wanting your whole life. That's the whole reason why you got caught, right?
I didn't let myself get caught. If I could have had my way, that never would have happened. But... Well, wait, do you mean when I was caught in entering, or when I was caught in the escape attempt?
Entering. The escape attempt was completely out of your control.
Of course. No, I didn't let myself get captured in entering.
Well, I'm not saying you let yourself get captured. I'm iterating the fact of you went out to go find a horde so that I'd have a sense of familiarity with it, or a family, or
if it was a good
horde
match,
to grow up in.
If it was a good match, Cathan had to prove that to me first. I'm pretty sure that horde no longer exists, sadly.
I don't think so. Look around.
It's a very different one from the one he promised me.
Oh, most certainly. People would call you a mixed bag of jelly beans.
What the fuck's a jelly bean?
Well, they're these little candies, you see, that Uncle Bob sometime gave me, and they tasted absolutely horrid. He told me the story about you eating broccoli, and that was disgusting, and then he tried to give me jelly beans, and which was equal. They tasted... Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate them like a solid 9, but they got stuck in your teeth, and then they didn't really, like, it just... Ugh. And then there are these, like, black ones that just...
Najir just kind of reaches out, puts a hand like on your back, and just like pulls you in so that like her forehead is pressing against yours. Shut up, email. I just hit 20,000 subscribers. Awesome. It literally just happened right now.
Hooray!
Yeah! 20,000 subscriber special!
Air horns.
Fucking interrupting this wholesome moment. Anyway. Shut up for a minute. As I said, as Jazri said to your friends before, if ever you need a place, you have one here. Always. And I know I've said it before, but I am going to say it again. I am so proud of you, Minnove.
Thanks, Mom. Yeah. You too. I'm proud of you.
Proud of the one who's been a slave for 10 years?
You brought everyone together. Look at this. You gave everybody hope while there was none. You gave everybody something to latch on to. You helped some of them escape the hell and torment that they were living in. You've done so much and traveled so far from Lassoon to just give a better life for yourself and from everything. Like, I don't think you're giving yourself enough credit there, Mom.
It's hard to look at myself in a favorable light, I suppose, given how many we lost in that infernal mine.
It's not your fault.
I know.
And don't blame yourself for any of that. That was just the poison of mankin. The toxicity of some rancid minds, and even dragon can do the same.
I know. That is why I left Lassoon.
Yeah. So don't don't think that the losses are what people think of you as. Everyone's so happy and all together, and it just... You helped make this happen. Without you, I wouldn't be here. For multiple reasons.
Well, either way. Maybe I gave them hope. But you and your friends are the one who realized it. I can't take credit for that. So you make sure you take credit for yourself too, yes?
It was a group effort.
As any horde should, all with their role to play.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go and get some sleep now, Mom. I've been swimming a lot all day
Of course.
and all evening for the last hour, and quite winded myself. Thank goodness for magic, or else I'd be sleeping in sopping wet clothes.
Go get some sleep then, sweetie. When do you think, before you go to bed, just one last thing. When do you think you and your friends will be leaving?
Oh, that's not really up to me sometimes. It all depends on the horse, and it depends on Boron, and how cranky. He gets up really late, like really late. Sometimes he doesn't get up until like midday.
All right. I just wanted to know how much time I still have with you.
All the time.
Go get some sleep. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah. Love you.
I love you too. Gives you a quick kiss on the forehead before playfully shoving you off to go to bed.
Okay.
And so you set yourself off to bed. And unless there's anything else from anyone...
I, for a split second, thought that when you were describing the whole, pulling her in for a hug, putting her forehead against hers, you were going to say, Minnove, shut up.
Minnove, I love you, but shut the fuck up.
Najira has other ways of getting her daughter to shut up, and that's by changing the subject.
You say, oh god, I should have asked that question.
Tucking away for bed for the night, you all may claim a long rest as we turn over to a new day.
Yay.
Indeed, the kobolds are up very early. As they get back what energy they can and start excitedly talking amongst themselves again in hushed voices for those who are still asleep, but getting caught up more softly on what they've missed. And as Jazri and Torek kind of start making the rounds through the various groups to start sort of assigning, to start getting everyone okay, we have a pretty permanent settlement here. This place is very defensible, but it's still lacking in a lot of things we need. Certain chambers are missing, and we still need a proper land entrance because the waterway isn't always going to be viable, so we need to start working on that. So I need a bunch of volunteers. Let me dig here, and, just starting everyone's starting to volunteer for the things that need to be done to get this place up and running. So, well, there's still a lot of happy reunion chatter. There's also a bit more practical air sort of starting to filter through the locale as people get into motion. But, the day is yours, ladies and gentlemen. What do you wish to do?
With Kari and Boron, Ludviek would like to basically, well, when he gets a chance to get them both together, he says, all right, so I think we're probably going to help the kobolds a little bit before heading back, I assume.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, we have a lot of horses and a lot of carts.
Yeah.
I was going to, I would probably need to ask either Torek or, I guess, Dang it.
Josri?
Yeah, Josri or the Mystic is what I was thinking. But yeah,
That's
Josri's
Josri.
technically Belly Grant.
Josri and Najira are both mystics.
Oh, right. Dang it. You know,
Josri
I
was
need to update-
Najira's apprentice.
Right, I need to update these day notes of mine. Okay. All right. Either way, ask one of them. Mostly, well, if they would like to keep any of these horses alive. And also, if either of them has any plans for... Well, it sounds like they're going to be making a home here. The closest city then would be, or town, would be Livialore. If they have any plans of actually communicating with that group, maybe we, on our way back, let the people of, well, not the people, but the leaders of Livialore, maybe they have a message for them. And also, we could probably sell the horses and carts that we do not use. Another idea I had is, well, we don't need to return with the one cart. We could just give them the horses as well, to do with what they will, either feed or labor.
The thing is, I don't think that we will be able to get all the cards sold in Livialore. We might have to take them back to all the way to Asmara, and that's going to be a drag with just the 5 of us.
Yes, we could probably do it with 2 carts, which is why I was thinking with the other 3, we could dismantle them. What idea is everything from? Well, there's plenty of good nails in here, and still a few old tools, and my hammer. Could probably put a couple of them into creating water barrels, and the rest they could use for scraps for, well, maintaining their cave structure, or however they wish to use them.
Your hammer. You have a war hammer. I have carpenter's tools.
You can still hammer nail with the warhammer, it works just fine. You just have to be more gentle, like this. Ding.
You got a shaft of a full, like 3 feet of that thing.
Yes, it's all in how you wield it.
Uh-huh.
It's,
Oh well.
it's still a second hammer.
Yeah. That's like cutting your steak with a sword. Yeah.
Have you never done that?
On
I haven't, but I would imagine you would.
On occasion.
Trust me, there's nothing better than taking a hunting spear, skewering multiple pieces of meat and a few vegetables on it, and roasting it over fire. I call it big kebab.
Pick up, got it.
Peekaboo. Anyway.
Alright, so... Okay, yeah, that's Ludviek's plan then, is to spend this day disassembling then 3 of the carts, and then get an answer from one of the leaders on, do they want some of the... I mean, obviously the cows are theirs, but do they also want some of the horses? Do they plan to slaughter them, maybe use them for labor?
All right.
If not, then we'll just take that. All right, we'll probably take 2 carts back with us.
All right, so bringing these questions to... who do you want to go to? Do you want to go to Najira, Josri, or Torek?
Yes.
Someone's playing pop music in the background.
That's definitely Minnove practicing her newest stuff. But definitely, I would say definitely would want to talk to Najira about that, because she's technically, I guess, the head honcho now.
She's like the cultural and spiritual leader.
Okay. Well, maybe Torek might be better if he's the one who's managing the logistics.
All right, so approaching Torek then. He's kind of talking to a handful of other kobolds in dragon tongue, you're not sure what they're talking about, but as you approach, he nods to them, sort of waves his hand dismissively, and they go scuttering off. He turns to you. and sort of relay your thoughts to him about what he like, whether or not he wants the wagons and horses that are still left over. He kind of thinks it over a bit.
Could use the carts themselves for salvage, or to use them as your, well, ways to fortify these walls. Maybe make barrels, beds, carts, crates.
If you're willing to part with the horses and wagons, we'd like to keep them, yes. For one thing, as you said, the wagons can be broken down and they're wooded materials. We can use them in a number of places. Right now, the only thing that's protecting a random passerby from falling into our fire escape pit is a patch of moss, and that only helps to hide it from view. It's not exactly well protected. If we can make a proper solid surface, that'll help make sure we don't get any unwanted visitors in our back room. As for the horses, for one thing, if things get tough, emergency food supply. Hopefully it won't come to that. We have a small chamber in here that seems to connect to the world below, so we have access to deep fish as a food supply, not to mention the fish from the lake itself, so on that basic level we should be set if we can get the right tools for fishing. But you never know when we might hit a dry spell. No pun intended. And then the horses can be good backup. But outside of that, if Najira is serious about establishing relations with human settlements, a horse would be a good way to ensure transport is fast.
And the best thing to do you think you'll be able to create a passage for one to be down here? Or do you think it might be better for us to build a sort of fenced-in area up there? The fence wouldn't take too long. Could probably make one in 1 or 2 days with a few of the logs around here and with Boron's help.
A fence would probably be fine for the time being. Eventually we'll want to house anything we keep down here, but, well, beggars can't be choosers, and we have a lot of work to do to get this place fully functioning as a self-sustaining horde. Kobold burrows have a lot of complexities, as it so happens.
So I hear
Right.
All right.
If you're willing to part with the horses and the wagons, then that would be very appreciated.
Sure. Just all but one.
Of course, I have no intentions on taking the one you used to get around.
Yeah.
Butterscotch would not like that. All right.
See, now I
Then-
can't kill it. You've named it.
We named it for a while,
Yeah, I know.
but oh well.
That means you're attached.
Yeah.
All right.
All
So,
right.
does
So then I
anyone else
guess
have
for-
anything?
Yeah.
Not really.
All right.
I'll get on with the fence.
All right.
And I will, since Boron's starting with the fence, he's probably going to start cutting stuff down, which means we only have one type of axe. I guess Ludviek then will actually be looking to disassemble the carts that they're not taking.
We'll make this nice and simple. Let's just have Boron make a check with his carpenter's tools and do so with advantage because Ludviek is helping him.
Yeah. Okay.
Shibba-dip-dip-dip-dip.
26. Yeah, no.
Okay.
It might take you like the better part of a day, but like just with some rope and just some wooden planks, you can get a basic fence set up to keep the horses hemmed in, or at the very least discourage them from wandering off too far. Get like a solid stake set into the ground to rope them to, so that they're like leashed to a spot, that kind of thing. It takes you a while, but you have that as a very well done project. Let's see here. Is Tuki doing anything in particular in this location at this point? If you're just chilling and relaxing, that's a perfectly valid answer.
Could be studying
Well-
more of that language.
That's the thing, like, I think she would want to. I think she's also not doing great in a cave
Fair enough.
with a water exit.
Yeah. Not the best place for Tuki to be in, for sure.
But no, I would like to have her keep learning.
All right. Another intelligence check for me, then, if you'd be so kind. A 15. All right. Then in that case, your progress for the day is 2 points, bringing you to 7. Is it kind of just like, I'm assuming it's Minnove doing the teaching this time. You just sit down with each other and work through that?
Yeah.
All
Sounds good to me.
All right. And Kari. Is there anything Kari wants to do during this day and perhaps the next few to just help out, or are you just chillaxing or talking to people? Yeah.
Chillaxing.
All right.
It's been a busy several weeks.
It has. You are right. So Kari is just taking the chance to just enjoy the beach, I guess.
Besides, I get the feeling once we're done here, we're gonna have some nonsense.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah, seems to be the general consensus. Either way, though. So, with all of that in mind, I guess just out of character, how many days do you guys want to spend with the Horde helping out?
I'd say about 3 or so, and I'm gonna leave them with my carpenter's tools.
All right.
Just so they can, make some furniture themselves if anybody's skilled. But that would be really hard without them.
All right.
I mean, on the plus side, they are surrounded by trees.
That is true.
Sometime during this downtime, Minnove would like to find Kerjak at some point.
All right. Also, if we're doing like a full 3 days in this place, I'm going to treat that most recent intelligence check for all 3 days for Tuki learning the language, bringing progress up to 11, just for purposes. Tuki's been kind of slacking on that, and I have a free time to actually focus on it a bit. All right. So
the only other thing I'd probably have Ludviek do over that, unless you just want to keep it simple.
I don't want to get too lost in the weeds of details necessarily.
All right. Well, basically, he would be helping with. Probably on the next day, he'd help those cows. I mean, there was planned to actually have a celebration, and probably when maybe they might save that for the last day before they head out, sort of thing.
Yeah, the last day is the big the setting up for a big party.
Yeah.
But before that, he'd probably, the biggest 3 things is water, food, and shelter. So got the horses figured out for shelter. For food, for water, he would like to use some of the scraps, and have Boron probably help him with that. But water barrels. He'd like to create a bunch of water barrels for them, and then since we're going over days, he is going to then, over those water barrels, he would like to do this. Purify the water, just so that they have a purified and stored thing of emergency water.
Nice.
And then on the same day, since it's also level 1, he'd like to basically just go around between the entire group and do nothing but detect poison and disease, just to double check on everyone, because it was a long trip. You know, also the younglings that were here. Just make sure there isn't someone who has iron rot or something.
All right, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So you busy yourself with those tasks, and they're very much appreciated. It doesn't seem like there's any illness spreading through the Horde at the moment, which is a relief. And you, Minnove, you said you were going to seek out Kerjak, yes?
Yeah, if anyone would like to join me, they're more than welcome to. But Minnove would like to seek out Kerjak.
All right.
If you'd like, Tuki would. Tuki
Come along.
Kerjak.
Come along. Might as well make a full circle, right?
All right. So, Tuki and Minnove make your way to where Kerjak is. Kind of looks up and puts on a big smile as you're approaching, bolts up. You did it! You brought my family back.
Told you.
Darts forward and just hugs you around the waist, Minnove.
She wraps her arms around him as well. But you kind of did this too.
Me?
well, I wouldn't have found everyone if it wasn't for you. Being a little braver and going out a little bit further. And from what I hear, they wouldn't have found this cave without you. So if anything, I feel like you're just as much success here as I. And anyone else.
You really think so?
I think so. Again, I don't know how you're doing it, but you're just bringing the right people at the right time, I guess. Finding the right things at the right time. Either it's some sort of blessing you've got, or...
I found this rock, and he, like, holds up a little smooth rock up at you. Is this cool?
It's very cool. It's super cool. Absolutely cool. And she's gonna cast Minor Illusion on it to make it look a little sparkly.
Minnove is
I thought you were going to say he holds up a diamond or something. Look at this rock I found.
Diamond!
Yeah, it's a really cool rock.
Is this a ring stone? I didn't think they were see-through. They're usually
You'll probably buy 5 with that.
Well, at least it isn't glowing and makes you taste like copper in your mouth.
Yeah. After a second, he releases you from his hug and then spots Tuki next to you and immediately darts in and hugs Tuki too, also around the waist.
Hello again.
Kind of leans back a bit. You can see him kind of struggling with common a bit, like the previous conversation with Minnove had been in dragon tongue.
If you want to speak Draconic, you can. I can translate it. It might be more beneficial for her, actually.
When you and the rest of your friends see each other again, give them all a hug from me, okay?
Minnove reiterates it.
I've never actually hugged any of them before. Just whispers that to Minnove.
Minnove just shrugs gently. If you want, Keith, not Keithan, I'm so sorry. I'm getting my K's mixed up.
There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. I can take you to them if your parents are willing to have you separate for a moment.
Kind of.
That way you can officially meet all of them. I don't think you met all of them fully.
Kind of looks over to his parents, who I know we named at some point, but I don't remember them. And I don't think I ever wrote them down anywhere.
Mom and
Wow,
Dad.
I see how it is.
My immersion. Mom and Dad.
God, my apple! I dropped it. Now it's covered in floor gunk.
Oh, it sucks.
Oh, God.
That's what you get for forgetting their names.
Forgetting the names of this poor child's parents.
Anyways, yes, the parents nod their assent.
All right. Come.
So kind of take Kirjak's hand and lead him around to the rest of the group. Who's your first victim?
Kari. Always Kari.
So,
Okay.
Kari, you are where? Hanging out on the beach, I think?
Oh, yeah.
All right. There's like a little patch of like sandy beach not far away. It seems like the way that the horde has kind of been going about it is like that's like their primary entry point into the water instead of climbing down the cliff face. That's how they did it the first time. But they tend to like wait until low tide and then head down to the beach, maybe like 100 feet away, swim with their heads above the surface until they get to that bluff and then dip down. But it's a very nice beach at low tide, so you're just kind of hanging out there, sitting on a log, and you hear footsteps approaching, and then you turn and you see Minnove and Tuki approaching with Kirjak, sort of looking to be vibrating on the spot.
I wonder what
I
that's
found
about.
a child. She
Is
says
it
in common.
yours?
No, not mine.
Do you have any idea who his parents are? It is
Oh,
he, right?
absolutely. Yes. This is
Okay.
Kajak.
Okay.
Kajak,
Hello.
he's the one who essentially led us to Torek and them.
Ah,
And then led everybody into these caves.
well, what a little adventurer you are.
He wanted to express his gratitude towards you. As well as everyone else, but he thought of you first.
Did he say me by name? Because I don't remember meeting this one.
No, but he said your group, and I immediately thought of you.
Ah. All right. Then what's he going to do?
I don't know.
He's kind of he appears. He's kind of waiting for like the go ahead at the moment, kind of looking around non-comprehendingly as you're chatting in common.
Minnove translates into Draconic. You can talk to him. Feel free. I can translate again if you'd like, if it's more comfortable.
In Whistle Tongue, Tuki will just say he wants to give you a hug as thank you.
Oh, that's fine. I get the feeling Minnove was trying to make it an awkward situation.
I am not. I am just wanting him to, like, I don't know.
And that's why you neglected to tell me that. Okay, I see. But all right. He can give me the hug.
Minnove translates.
Kajak nods and then just darts forward like a road runner, just hug around the waist.
I'm gonna make a roll.
Ah?
Yeah, I'm making a roll here. 1 second.
Okay. Alarmed, but go for it.
Kari immediately falls over into the water, and I guess pulls Kirchak in with him.
So you are not prepared for the force of this 8-year-old's tackle hug. And then to the rest of you, it's just like, it you know that clip from Toy Story when Buzz gets hit by the lamp and goes sailing out the window? It kind of looks like that, except the swinging lamp is a little kobold child.
But see, here's the thing that you're not realizing here, Skitch. He may be an 8-year-old, but he's an 8-year-old kobold, so he's hitting probably like below my knees. It's like,
At this point, I'm just imagining he like jumped at like your torso.
oh, and we fell in.
Yeah. So yeah, they both go splashing back into the water, and sort of babbling in dragon tongue. Go ahead.
Birdcaw exits his maw.
After a second, Kirjak's head kind of pops up from the water, and he starts babbling in dragon tongue. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I thought you were gonna stay standing. I'm so sorry. And he like just like scuttles off and scurries away. Just kind of like hides behind Minnove.
What did he say?
I recognize sorry, and that's about it.
Minnove, as he hides behind her, she casts prestidigitation. Yes, he's sorry. Didn't mean to push you into the water, and thought you would actually stand.
I don't like the tone with which you said that.
What? I said it in quite a serious tone, Kari. If you'd like to come out of the water, I can also dry you off as well.
He's going to start swimming while glaring at Minnove out of spite.
And he'll say, I forgive you. Thank you very much for the hug. I'll always remember it.
I think that GIF there that I just posted kind of demonstrates what that hug was like.
Minnove proceeds to grin and uses a prestidigitation to make his little spot in the water cold, but then warm it up again.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's it.
It does. It says you can make you.
I was gonna say it's already cold, but all right.
Colder. You can make it colder.
You okay?
But she then warms it up for him. Just a little tease.
Okay.
Well, that was Kari. He says what he said. She translates the I forgive you. I won't forget you.
Thank you for the hug.
And she proceeds to take him to Boron and Ludviek, who are working together, correct?
As I recall, they're working on the fence, yes.
Yes.
Enjoy your swim, Kari! As she walks away, me and Tuki are gonna take Kerjak, and we're gonna go see Boron and Ludviek. Ta-ta now! Ta-ta!
Bye, he says as you hear the sounds of, like, dog paddling.
Okay. All right, it doesn't take you terribly long to find Boron and Ludviek.
Good gracious.
Hello, it is I, and Tuki, and little Kerjak here, and Kerjak would like to say thank you, and meet you all, and give you all a hug, and, oh my goodness, I'm winded. Are you winded?
If an 8-year-old, they're never winded.
Just asking Tuki, but also same thing. So I can.
Again,
No.
I repeat myself.
No, I'm all right.
It's a lot of walking.
Yeah. Which is why I'm all right.
Anyways, he'd like to give you all a hug.
Yay.
And Minnove
Of course,
gestures
why
to
not?
him.
Right. Once he receives the signal, Kerjak will quickly just run up and, like, effectively just hug Ludviek around the thigh, given how tall he is.
I'm gonna lift him up a
Aw.
little.
Yeah, he's at like nipple height on you.
Mhm.
Well, not that. Actually, wait, no, hold on. He's hugging everyone else around the waist. You're not. You're like the same height as Tuki. So yeah, around the waist on you too.
So 8 years old for a kobold, it's still adolescent, right? Not even a teenager?
Yeah. Pale ring kobolds reach physical maturity only slightly sooner than humans.
Okay. Alright, alright, never mind.
Yeah, so it's still very much a kid.
Okay, I just didn't know. There's an idea I had, but no, doesn't apply.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, Ludviek thanks him, and it's like, right, he does not speak Goblin. Well, tell him I say thanks. He's very well appreciated.
Minnove tries to mimic Ludviek. Actually, you know what? Tuki. Put your words to use.
Oh.
Can you translate what Ludviek just said to Kerjak?
I can try. Do I need to roll that?
Let's make it fun. Sure, make for me an intelligence check.
I'll cast guidance on this.
Okay.
Okay. 17.
It's a little janky, but you're able to get it. Like, you almost used the wrong word once, but Minnove is quick to, like, sort of nudge you back on the right track. So,
There you go.
So you translate, and Kerjak just puts on a big grin, and then heads to Boron, who, like, bodily lifts him, right?
Yay.
Yeah.
You did very well.
I'll hold him in the air and let him fly.
You know, if you told me that this is the Boron I met in Lambsong, I would not believe you. She says that to Tuki, not to interrupt their moment. She's specifically speaking to Tuki.
Bro does seem to have mellowed out a bit. It's lovely to see.
A bit.
I'm not sure what changed, but he seems happy.
Yeah. Maybe he got perception back better. Not seeing as shallow as he was. Get it, because his depth perception is shot. So he's just.
Or maybe he finally found the stick.
That too. Either way,
All right.
it's nice to see.
Indeed. So,
All right. And after that, before they bring, I'll just make this quick, just because it took a lot longer than I thought it was.
turn into a whole thing.
When they, right, Minnove's gonna take him back home, and they're taking him back to his parents. But as she does so, she's gonna give him a little gift.
Oh.
She's going to give him her dagger, or like a little knife, and be like, if you ever feel brave again, you have a little something to protect yourself, just in case.
Thank you. Gives you one more hug before scampering off to join his parents. As you kind of turn to walk away with Tuki, just kind of faintly hear from that direction, "Hey, show me what you have. A knife! No!"
Wee!
Man, I'm such a great influence on a child, aren't I?
Totally.
You gas up a kid and make him feel. Yep.
Just give him a
I would have given him an axe.
All right.
Giving him.
Yeah, but then I couldn't
It's all
do
right.
the
Here's a
mean
knife.
one.
Here's a puppy. Here's a knife. Here's a puppy. Here's 3 Monster Energy drinks.
I'll go in there and enjoy the world, sir.
And here's a dictionary of curse words.
Oh, yes. And here's a dictionary of curse words in common, so your parents can barely understand you.
Unattended kobolds will be given an energy drink and taught to swear. Fuck! Anyway. Oh, Jesus.
And if you say this one to Kraven, they get really mad.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. No, steer clear of that one. I know which one he's talking about. I think everyone here does.
I don't know which one I'm talking about.
Oh, I've used it.
I forgot.
I don't know why I'm squeamish about it. It's not a real slur. It's just because, like, I use it like one.
It's the implication.
Right. Anyway, I put it in chat. Oh, that cough hurt my
Dang.
side. Anyways. So, over the course of the next couple more days, the fences are complete, supplies finished being distributed, brought in, more progress on various tunnels is made. The cows, of course, get slaughtered and their meats preserved for the upcoming, basically, big old send-off party, if the party wishes to remain to receive it.
Yeah.
All right.
And we killed cows for it, might as well.
Right?
Hey,
Use every part of the cow, bones for tools, and that skin for leather, or hide for leather.
Indeed. So, on the night of that third day, there is a large... I mean, of course, there are the smoke escape holes that they mentioned before. They build a fairly large bonfire in the middle of the central chamber to bathe everything in light, provide a central place for everyone to sit and cook their food and all those happy things. And, of course, you're all invited to attend. So,
Yeah.
what was that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but I don't have anything specific lined up for said celebration. It's in many ways similar to the party that you had at the base of Fort Rediron before you departed, where there's an abundance of kobolds, of course, breaking out into song. I imagine at some point Kari starts singing nursery rhymes again because that was funny.
Yes.
Hands, elbows, knees, and toes.
Pretty well.
You do a great job. But of course, meals get passed around, and even a handful of it's not like they don't have alcohol on hand, but either way.
Damn, so it's not a good party.
It's a lively party all the same. There's plenty of... There's the singing. They're just dancing as well. And more than once, either Najira or Jazri sort of take an elevated position to share stories and tale tells from their history and their background. And it's kind of a blur for the non-Kravan among you as you're going through it. Like, it's wonderful moments, but an abundance of them. Many of them feel kind of similar to each other. That doesn't diminish their significance necessarily, but it's been an extremely busy and hectic few weeks. And just kind of being at the end final goal of this last leg of your journey just leaves you kind of in almost like a haze as the last of your tasks are squared away. But at every turn over the course of that party and celebration, basically everyone keeps heaping of course, once more, their gratitude on your group. But eventually, as with all things, I believe you had determined that like 3 days and then you were going to be heading back was the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, as with all good things, your stay with the kobolds must eventually come to an end. On the 4th day, as the sun begins to rise over the lands of Valrive, and the scattered detritus of the party starts being cleaned up, you are approached once more by Najira. I take it then you'll be leaving soon.
Yep.
Indeed.
I mean, no offense, but it's gotten a little difficult for me to stick around much longer.
No, I understand. Well, you know where we are. When you get back in contact, when you reunite with your employers, Donald and Gottfried, be sure to let them know where we are so we can make good on those arrangements we made.
Will do.
Sounds good.
Do you want us to make any contact with the, leaders of Livialore beforehand? Anything message to pass along? Or would you prefer to make first contact yourself? They do know about kobolds in the area, though, admittedly, they probably think at this point, due to the less activity they haven't encountered in a while, you've probably moved on.
It would make I do not know necessarily if it would make a better impression if I went myself, but it would be more proper. I'll take Kathan and make contact myself once we're a little bit more settled.
We will be passing by, and they did know that we were looking into it. We could at least tell tell them that the situation has been well handled. And leave it at that.
Or we could just say nothing and leave.
If you do
Like,
give
that's
them,
probably the best.
if you do give them a message, merely pass along that the kobolds in the area are not hostile. The rest I can handle myself. Thank you.
We'll leave it up to you.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Want this place to succeed, dang it! Give them every opportunity advantage to succeed.
I think they're going to do fine.
Believe it or not, Ludviek, they are all grown up, and they're big boys and girls.
Yes,
Not
but they're important to you. They're your family. I want your family to be safe.
Yes, they are very important to me, but I'm sure they can wipe their own asses by themselves. So I think they can handle this pretty well.
Oh,
Your concern
Unless you
is...
wanna-
the craftsman,
Yes,
point- the
Minnove
point-
is very crass.
The point remains. Your concern is very appreciated, Ludviek, and we are all very grateful, but you and yours have already done so much for us. We need to know that we can still stand on our own 2 feet. It's a dragonkin thing.
Pretty sure most people are more impressed with a direct contact instead of third parties.
There is that, but also, I need to know that I'm up to this task. I may have led this horde back in Fort Rediron, but we were all the same slaves. We're free now. I need to prove to myself that I can navigate these waters without the yoke around my neck. And I need my horde to know that I am strong enough to do so. That they can count on me.
I have full confidence you will.
Then have faith.
Ah.
And then,
Alright, and yeah, he doesn't have anything more to say or add to this.
alright, well then.
Well, we'll be safe here, and we'll keep in contact at some point in the future.
Of course. Jira kind of glances past you and your footsteps approaching. You turn to look and you see that Kathan kind of coming to a stop a respectful distance away. Yeah, it's strange. I've had you in my life for such a short time, but I know for certain I'm going to miss you when you go.
Yeah. It was nice meeting you, Dad.
It was nice meeting you too. Maybe we should swing by and visit from time to time, yeah?
Yeah, and if any of you are, and probably not, but if any of you are in the area of Asmod or anywhere, or Antarine,
If we're in the area, we'll look you up. And bizarre question, I know, but next time we meet, and like you see like his teal face starting to like hue shift red slightly. Would you be opposed to a game of catch?
Do we have baseball here?
You don't need a baseball to play catch.
Minnove turns her, starts just laughing.
Look, I missed out on you being a kid.
Sure, Dad. We can certainly play a few games and catch up if you catch my drift.
Ah.
I'm so funny.
He just steps forward and gives you
I'm
a
hilarious. I use catch in 3 different ways in the same sentence.
He steps forward and
I'm
gives you a hug.
wordsmith.
Goodness. You definitely take after your mother more than me.
I don't know. I turn as red as you sometimes.
Yeah, but you're already red, so you... And besides...
Yeah,
you
which is shocking.
And he kind of looks past you at Najira, and also you can bet your backside that Najira turns pretty red sometimes too. Najira.
Oh, okay. Whoa! Teach my dad. Teach my. I'm gonna. Hey, Ludviek, let's go. I don't need to know your school.
You know,
Where did your brain go, Minnove? That's how you reacted.
From how far we are.
we haven't moved yet.
What?
Oh no,
You're
she's
still right
going.
next
She
to
has
him.
gone.
Minnove, it might be the lighting of the cave, but you certainly do appear to be a shade redder than usual.
Shut up!
Love the callback. Magnificent. Kathan just shakes his head. I wasn't even talking about anything explicit. I was just going to talk about the time you shut up, Kathan. All right.
Goodbye, you two. It was nice to meet you.
And as they're exiting, or whatever,
Najira looks up at you, Kari, and says something in dragon tongue.
I don't know what that means.
No, but I know that you'll remember the exact wording, and when that one, and she points at Tuki, knows our language, you can ask her, and then you'll know.
Perfect. And then he does the Mr. Burns finger thing. Like, yes, I would use this against... In his mind, yes, I would use this against Minnove one day.
Like I said, nice to meet you.
Of course.
It was
Take care
lovely
of you.
meeting you.
Yes. All of you take care of each other, and my daughter as well, please.
Well, yes. For as long as our paths have crossed.
Very well then. Don't let us keep you over long then. And with that, I assume you're taking your leave?
We are.
As they're leaving, probably out of earshot of the others, just Ludviek then just says to Minnove, "Do not worry about leaving them, Minnove. You will see them again. And who knows, many things change in much time. These caves may be completely bustling with more kobolds, and they'll have more entrances, and who knows, maybe they even know there'll be new ones for you to greet. Who knows, maybe even siblings."
Okay, Ludviek.
Okay, slow down a bit there, bastard.
What are they, like 50?
There's something. They could technically keep making babies if they so wanted, but they're a bit past where that seems like advisable.
Ludviek's just throwing out all these ideas of things, just trying to be on the positive.
I appreciate the outlook, Ludviek. At some point, if ever we come across this neck of the woods again, definitely will pop by.
Might be even quicker to get a boat from Livlior and just cruise down the coast, rather than have to trek through the woods again.
Just a boat from Asmara. That's on the water, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, avoid all the bug bites. Ow! I had the bug going. Oh my god!
I hand you one of my jugs of mosquito salve.
No, I have like 9 bug ointments somewhere in my bag. Tuki, where's my bag?
So, no.
Do you have my bag over there? Is it over? Is it? Oh, it's right by you. Right. Can you grab it? It's right over there.
How are they biting you? Don't you have thick scales?
Yes, but they pinch underneath. They if I don't, because they stick to the scales, sometimes it's hard to feel them landing on my scales, and then they go under my scales, and it's very uncomfortable. And then they get stuck in there, and that's how I get bugs and grime under my scales, especially if I don't clean them right, and especially if they don't straighten. And then I just smell, and I have itchy skin, and I have bugs that I can't itch, and then they just die and rot, and it's just I'm gonna put the bug ointment on.
That's disgusting.
Thank you, Tuki. It's gross. That's why I put the bug ointment on. Thank you, Tuki.
You're gross.
Yeah, gross. Yeah. Just gonna take a big handful of bug ointment and just slap it on the back of his shirt. There. Now you're covered.
I guess.
Thank you.
What the fuck is happening?
I'm not even sure.
There's
I'm
like an entire thing happening here, and I don't know what it is.
I'm stalling.
I think, I was honestly imagining that, that entire conversation was happening as the group was going out the exit.
Yeah, I imagine it too.
Just like you hear, just Minnove loudly complaining about bugs getting in under her scales, just disappearing and echoing.
Minnove doesn't like bugs. I don't like bugs. Bugs are gross. Don't like bugs. Bugs are a fortunate part of being outside.
The blue
And unfortunately,
butterfly.
I need to be outside. Beautiful butterflies are cute. They're beautiful. But bugs, spiders, insects, mosquitoes,
I had people
Get
get on
them
my
away
case
from
once for
me.
calling spiders bugs.
insects. I'm sorry for those arachnid heads over there.
Yeah, I
Now
just
watch.
remember.
Yeah, just watch. Now Skid's gonna give us a bunch of giant spiders in the next encounter.
I have not yet added giant spiders to the bestiary of this setting, which is fascinating because I've added giant other shit, but none of them have been spiders. I just figure if I'm gonna make a big creature, it's gonna be a unique thing and not just earth animal, but big. They evolved to be the size they are for a reason. And everything I make in this setting has to serve a function in their biosphere.
Giant spiders because there's giant mosquitoes. Now it's a double whammy.
Giant mosquitoes because they drink the blood of the giant creatures.
Yeah.
There you go. That'll be $5 for the idea.
No.
But I was too late, I already gave it. No take backsies.
I didn't sign shit, brother. This is not legally
God damn it,
binding.
I hate when I sign contracts like this.
Anyway, so making your way back to the surface. It doesn't take you terribly long to locate Butterscotch in your wagon. Butterscotch appears to be very eager to get back into motion, back on the road. So unless there's anything else,
It's
No.
nice to be outside again.
all right.
Agreed.
All right. So, now we need to know y'all's route. I know your end objective is Asmara, right? You're planning to go back to the Halkus estate, right?
Yeah, probably going up through Lively or like we were talking about, and then going back up to the main road.
Quickest way probably is just following the shoreline, just decreasing the chance of getting lost, or that's at least what I think. Unless you guys want to cut directly through and then get over to the road.
No, the shore's fine.
All right. Well then. That is about 48 miles to Livialore if you're following the coast. Travel speed of 15 miles now that it's just back to your group. You're no longer having to move at the speed of the refugees. So, gathering up your things, you give one last look at this little bluff where the kobolds have set up their new home beneath. Just let yourself feel for a second the satisfaction of getting them all home safe, reunited with their loved ones, before turning your eyes forward and setting off on the road back to Asmara. And I think that's where we'll pick up next time And also, everyone levels up.
Whoa! Awesome.
It was so long, Skitch. It was so long.
I know. I know. Honestly, this arc went a lot longer than I was expecting it to. We definitely went over 10 sessions long by a fair bit, and I was expecting about 10 sessions. But, some things took a lot longer than I was expecting, so... But, yes, so... Everyone should now be level something.
6, I think.
6 indeed.
Alright. So, we can go ahead and fiddle with the mechanics of that another time, but for now, thank you all, ladies and gentlemen, so much for joining us for this session of Ringlight Fables. We'll see you next time. Until then, take care of yourselves, keep listening, and don't be a dick. Bye-bye.
Goodbye,
How
everybody.
could you be a dick? You know, we're not your parents.
Sayonara.